Nak duit, Mak.
Kenapa ni?
Mak minta duit, Mak.
Kenapa ni? Fareez! Fareez!
Minyak ni je ada. Mana cukup. Stres dah dapat keluarga miskin macam ni. Loh, bang. Saya habis stok abang. Abang boleh bagi kat saya tak? Saya jumpa abang kat tempat biasa. Okey.
Kau yang kau lapu?
Abang. Saya nak minta stok abang. Saya habis.
Kau banyak mana?
Saya nak duit.
Duit?
Ya.
Ni tak cukup ni.
Kau abang ambil duit sini.
Okey, ambil.
Sikit. Terima kasih bang. Ngam.
With long-term alcohol and drug abuse, the brain physically changes. The brain shrinks, actually shrinks, and its ability to process information is damaged. A part of the brain called the limbic system, which supports a variety of functions including emotion, behavior, motivation, long-term memory, and olfaction, is affected by heavy alcohol or drug abuse. When someone drinks or takes drugs, the limbic system emits dopamine, the substance that makes us feel good. With prolonged abuse, the brain stops making as much dopamine as it used to. As a result, the brain's reward system receives very little input, and the person has a hard time experiencing pleasure of any kind. That's why many drug and alcohol abusers are no longer interested in the things that used to bring them joy. The frontal lobe of the brain also suffers. It shrinks and loses its ability to function properly. This part of the brain regulates decisions, choices, and the ability to know the difference between right and wrong. When the frontal lobe is not working as it should, you can't control the impulse to drink or take drugs. The amygdala is controlled by the frontal lobe and is the emotional center of the brain. Without proper control from the frontal lobe, the amygdala becomes oversensitive to stress. In this state, someone can have extreme mood swings and become trapped in a state of panic and worry. Because of this, many addicts and alcoholics are constantly fearful and rarely feel safe. The cellular structure of the brain is affected by heavy drinking and drug use as well. The gray cells control thinking and feeling, while the white cells provide the connection and communication between the gray cells. They're like network cables, passing information from one gray cell to another. Persistent drug and alcohol use kills the white cells in the brain. This severs the communication pathways so that information is not passed along properly. The brain can reroute these communication pathways using the remaining white cells, but it requires abstinence and time for this to happen. These negative effects that drugs and alcohol have on the brain are frightening. But there's good news. If someone can stop drinking and taking drugs completely, the brain begins to heal. Cognitive function and brain shrinkage can be reversed. New pathways in the brain can be forged, and a person can return to normal brain function. If someone can learn to live without the drugs or alcohol, there is hope for full physical recovery.
Ini hari result. Ini cek result aku. Mana? Ini result. Saya nak cek sikit. Wih, gagas ya. Wih, lagi 2 pun. Ini dekat apa kat mak? Wih, teruk siang. Mana nak dekat mak aku? Wah. Bot.
Fareez kan?
Doktor. Masih bila doktor kat sini? Oh. Ha?
Apa awak ni Fareez?
Macam ni doktor, saya gagal saya ni doktor. Saya tak tahu apa yang nak jadi doktor.
Awak ada masalah ke dengan kawan-kawan ke bapa awak ke?
Saya sebenarnya aku lah kat doktor. Saya ada ambil dadah sebab saya stres. Saya keluarga miskin. Bapa saya dah mati. Lepas tu saya ada mak saya je. Macam tu lah.
Macam ni lah Fareez. Sebenarnya bukan awak seorang-seorang. Awak ada Allah, ada ibu bapa awak, kawan-kawan. Selama ni awak solat 5 waktu tak?
Saya kadang ada tinggal lah doktor. Ikut lah. Saya ikut kawan juga. Kalau kawan saya tinggal lah. Kadang sembahyang Jumaat pun saya tinggal. Semua saya ikut kawan.
Awak tak boleh macam ni. Awak mesti solat, jaga hubungan awak dengan Allah. Allah tu segala-galanya kita. Awak dah minta maaf dengan bapa awak.
Saya sebenarnya dah 3 hari tak balik rumah. Saya stres. Saya tak boleh balik rumah.
Lepas ni awak pulang ke rumah. Awak minta maaf kat mak awak apa yang awak dah buat selama ni. Kalau awak ada masalah, awak boleh jumpa dengan kaunseling ataupun awak boleh nak cerita apa masalah awak dengan saya. Saya selalu ada dengan awak.